Hello, Blue Merinos. It's Kelea here. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday and you want to come hang out with me tonight. Oh my gosh, are you ready for the chunky goodness? Oh, the big chunky wreath base is going to be so much fun tonight. We're going to work with it in just a second. But wherever you're watching, hopefully you can see this on YouTube too tonight. We've been having trouble with our stream over there. And, but if not, I can see you guys on Facebook. We'll say hello to you. And we are also streaming on TikTok, so wherever you want to watch is good. I do not want to add a credit card right now. Gosh. I just want to see my... Leave me! Good evening, everyone. Today, it's technology problems. Please ignore my body in the video. Hello, everyone. I hope you're coming in saying hi and you're ready to... Okay, my iPad's not set up. It's okay. Cancel. I'm not buying anything. Oh my gosh. Well, I can't use my phone for, well, my iPad is just frozen up, guys. So I'm not gonna be able to see your comments. So I am gonna just be chatting with y'all and hoping you're here and you can see me. Anyway, I was just telling the TikTok viewers that we are going to send out a text in just a second for this live. So if you want to grab a spot on the text list, it's 832-734-5201. And you can text us. Nicole, if you need me, chat with me on TikTok, okay? Because I can't see anything on Facebook right now. But I can see your comments on TikTok. Y'all, it's Kelea's on TikTok. It's actually Kelea's.com on TikTok, everyone, okay? So if you want to meet, if you got a great question you want to ask it over there. I'm sorry I'm not able to see anyone's comments right this second. All right, so what we're going to use for this project today is we're going to work with the big dimensional wreath base. And I think sometimes people are intimidated by these, but basically they have a wire frame inside and they have all this great, this is called angel vine, and it's wrapped all around there. And it's really nice and chunky. And this is all brown. This is how it comes. This is natural. And we're going to use a couple of gorgeous supplies for this. Y'all know I have been on a total kick with the Clematis. I'm like totally in love with it. And this is like a bright, beautiful white Clematis. And I am live on YouTube. Good. Am I live on Facebook? Are we good on Facebook? I know you probably are letting me know on Facebook. Let me know, Nicole, if I'm good. Yay! So we're going to use this Clematis. And when I saw it, it was such a pretty white. I thought, let's mix it with lemons. And this is a gorgeous lemon with a bloom. So we are going to mix the two together. And then you can't, I've been using this one in design school lately, this gorgeous ribbon that's double-sided with yellow and check. So we're going to use that for our bow. And what I'm going to show you is a super easy way to just make basically like a wreath attachment that you can attach to this frame. And you don't have to worry about really adding a whole bunch of other pieces to make a really pretty wreath, okay? So the first thing we need to do is tie up our bow and get it going. Okay, you can see me on Facebook too. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all coming over here and telling me. I appreciate you so much. I usually like to talk with my audience if I'm live, so I apologize that I am. I can see you on TikTok if you want to chat. Come on over here. All right, let's tie our bow first. Okay, this is our Easy Bow Maker Drill. And Nicole can probably be in the comments on Facebook. If anybody needs help, she can help you too, okay? Now, I am going to really celebrate this gorgeous ribbon. So I'm going to put in, I think, I'm going to go with about a 16-inch tail just for a nice amount of tail on there. Let's just fold over the edge. Well, no, this ribbon, we can dovetail it. Let's dovetail it. It looks pretty good. I don't think it's going to fray. So let's go ahead and get a nice dovetail in there at 16 inches, okay? And then bring that to the center and just pleat that right up. And we'll bring in, hello, Mary Jo! But did you just get this ribbon? Fantastic. It's luscious. It's luscious. Y'all be warned, if you start playing with fancy ribbon, you are in trouble. You are so in trouble. It's kind of like when you start driving a nicer car, you get a nicer model of something. Oh, you're just in love with it. But I will say with the fancier, more expensive ribbon, you don't need to use as much. You can really just have a little. So I'm going to pleat that down. There's one loop, okay, and 2 tails at 16 here. All right, and then let's come in and do one more. And I think our next loop, we might just do a bow tie. Let's see if we like that. Okay, and pleat it and send it down here. I love that, and that's looking good. That looks really pretty. Oh, you know what? But I think I do want a separate layer of tails just layered on there. So we'll do another tail too. All right, let's come in here and cut it at an angle. Come right into the center and layer these up as short as you want. I'm gonna go about 6 inches in between them. Okay, I'm gonna take and scrunch it and twist it. Yeah, like that. So my first tails were at 16, then the next tail's around 10 or 12, okay? Now I'm gonna make this loop at 5. The other loop was at 7. Okay, yeah, that looks nice. So we're just gonna have 2 layers on this bow. Guys, we're usually making bows on Wednesday also, so if you are feeling like you need help with your bow making and you want to learn more skills, I'm here every Wednesday making bows with you. I do like to use the Easy Bow Maker. I think I've used it for like 20-something years, and it's a no-brainer to work with, okay? It just holds it for you. You can do all this by holding it in your hand, but it holds it in there so nicely. Okay, bring that down. And now I'm going to use 2 cable ties here. I need a short one and a long one. And we'll pull this off the bow maker. Get that nice and tight. Alright, good to go. Okay. Rotate that between your fingers. And go ahead and fluff this up and really give it that, you know, that dimension we're always talking about? Totally, lots of dimensions. See how pretty it is? And these are lined right up. I love that you can see that yellow popping out the sides. That's beautiful. Come back in with your longer cable tie and get that nice and tight. Yep, tight it right up. Oh, look how cute. Isn't that cute? Lots of movement in that. All right, now let's cut the cable tie off. You love the plaid? Thank you. Is it possible to do three bow ties? Oh, you could have. Mary Jo, what we call, you could put 3 layers in. When I call it a bow tie, it means it has no tail. So it looks like, you know, a bow tie on a shirt. But I went ahead and changed that. I went ahead and just put 2 layers, but you definitely could. When you're using this big fancy 4-inch ribbon, it's kind of less is more. You know what I mean? Okay, now, I'm going to go down the middle there with a piece of my check. I could reverse it to the yellow. I have a piece. Oh, I have a saved piece here. Y'all, I am working in the smallest little area. You think I wouldn't lose my one piece of ribbon? I had it cut and ready to go. Guys, Wolverinos, what am I going to do with myself? I'm in a small little area. Oh, it fell. No, that's my... I was like, there it is. No, that's my dovetail. All right. You know what that means. I'm going to have to cut my beautiful ribbon. I know. It's exciting. It's so jazzy. All right. Let me cut a little strip, even though I already have a strip, which I'm going to find right after I cut this. Who does that happen to all the time? Anyone else? Me, all the time. All right. We're going down the middle. You could keep it check. I think I'm going to run this little yellow stripe that's on the edge. I'm going to run that right down the center of a little check. So it's going to look like that going down the middle. Okay? Like this. I'm going to run that right down the center. And the reason I like to do that is it hides the mechanics, but then it gives you a really finished looking center and really classy. And you're not having to do anything. You can make 3 centers out of one little section of ribbon on there. Okay, cut these off. And let's get ready to make our cluster, okay? We're just going to set the bow to the side for a second. Move our bow maker. That ribbon's going to show up in a second. Now, I showed you our clematis and our lemon, and we're going to be making a cluster out of this where we're going to add the bow. Okay, you do this too? I get it. I get it. You move stuff. I'm sure you guys are saying on Facebook you do it all the time. I mean, I specifically put it aside no less than 30 minutes ago when I was setting up for this video. Okay, now, guys, I picked the clematis. I love the clematis, and this bright, beautiful white reminded me of the blooms on a lemon. So that inspired me to combine these. Now, they're on two different stems, but what we're going to actually do is kind of intertwine them. So they look like you have placed them there beautifully together. So I'm just going to slide these in next to each other, and you're going to kind of manipulate them where the blooms zigzag in and out, and it's just gorgeous. Now, let these have lots of movement. In design school, we call that shaking hands. I'm going to shake hands with each section. I like to take a little of these curls and curl up a few twigs. And make sure you're not covering up anything. Like, everybody needs its own little place here. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to cable tie these together right here gently on the back. If you had some green cable ties, this would, you know what, I'm going to actually use wire. If you had some little bitty green cable ties, that would be perfect. Like ones you use for Christmas time. But this green wire is going to hide really easily in here. So I'm just going to do a couple of pieces. I usually like cable ties because they're easier, but this will be so camouflaged you won't see it. There's one. Let's put one more down here. And then I'm just going to twist this to keep these pieces together. Now, we're still going to use cable ties when it comes to making the whole bush, but I want to keep these tight. You see, you can't get wire quite as tight as you can a cable tie, but that's a good start. Manipulate your greenery. So there's one cluster. We're not putting those two together. Don't cut off the stems yet. We'll decide that when we get towards the end. Why? It happens all the time? Is that what they're saying on Facebook? Oh, thanks, Mary Jo. Mary Jo is over here on TikTok saying she's always surprised, kind of, or amazed how all these elements go together. Oh, thank you. I like to consider myself kind of a professional. So I try. I really try. And when I see something that goes together so beautifully, I can't help but share it with you. And we're not even going to need any extra greenery. This clematis comes with gorgeous greenery, and so does the lemon. So when you mix two really beautiful pieces together, you're good to go. You know, you're good to go. So I'm using wires again to just cluster these together, just twisting them. And then I'm going to put one more at the top. And that's because I'm kind of creating my own spray here, you know. So you can always do this anytime that you see two pieces that you really just want them to mix. You can do this easily. Cut that off. Alright. Isn't that piece beautiful? I love it. And we'll manipulate it more when we get our cluster going. So let's go ahead and let's bring our wreath frame back, so we can kind of get our spacing right. So when I'm talking about spacing, what I'm talking about is the distance between how far we want to make this cluster to fit our wreath base, okay? We're making this to fit this really chunky angel vine wreath base, but maybe you want to make something to fit another wreath that you already have. So let's not make any decisions till we kind of get our base back and take a look at it, okay? Here's our chunky wreath base. Good evening, good to see you too. I'm glad you're here. I'm going to I want it to be off to the side, okay? Look how pretty this is already. We've literally done hardly anything, y'all. So if we just overlap these slightly, okay? I like that. It gives me a nice flow up here and down. I think that's beautiful. If we want to rotate that more to the bottom, we could. Let's say you're feeling more symmetrical. Look at this right here. No problem being symmetrical. Whatever you're feeling when you do a cluster design, you can make adjustments super easy. So let's just, I like this. Now let's check our bow size and see if this will work, okay? Because we're going to need to trim these down. We don't need a million stems sticking out. Oh my gosh, look how pretty this is going to be. Oh my lord. I think that's enough space for the bow. I like that. So let's go ahead and get agree with this is a good size. I'm just going to hold this in one hand while I move my base out of the way for a second. And then we're going to finalize and secure this together so we're good to go with that size. You guys, we will have the supply list for this entire project, so you can grab any of these supplies on Clematis.com when we are all done, okay? Now, let's just start off by not losing our place and just getting a cable tie in right here. Let's get number 1 in. Okay, so now we don't have to worry about it moving on us. We've got one securing it. Now I'm going to flip that cluster over, and we can get rid of all this extra stems right here, okay? Not quite yet. We're going to do it in a second, but I'm going to use a couple more for stability, all right? Don't get too eager before we trim them, because you will thank me in the end, because this can all be just nice and neat and stable. Yeah. So let's say you do events and you want to be able to set some easy pieces up. Well, you make these clusters. You can use them for different events. They can attach to all kind of different pieces. And literally you're just taking one cable tie off with your attachment cable tie. And you can have these all over the place and pre-made and ready to go. And that's work you could do at home before you got to the venue. Look at that. Okay, isn't that great? Now, let's shape it out, because we just had it squished on its poor little tummy. Rotate the greenery. I love that greenery on the Clematis. Let's get everybody shaped out how we want them. You do need to give them a little motion. Come on up. We want to see those lemons. I want them popping. This is so fresh and pretty. I love this combination. Now, I'm going to go to the back, and you see the longer stem shooting out. We're going to cut that, okay? Cut that one off. Same over here, cut this one off. Other than that, you're going to leave everybody else, because we use that to make this super stable. So, y'all pop in the comments what else you think you could do if you made a cluster like this. How could you use it different ways in your home right now with your decor? This is so pretty. I love it. So pretty. Hello, good to see you. All right, now let's grab another cable tie, and this will be the cable tie we attach it all to the base with. So what I'm going to do is, depending how the wires go in the frame, is depending how we're going to put this on. So let's go ahead and put the bow on first, and I'm just going to have this tucked under the bow, okay? So have it this way. All right, so you make sure it can close on the frame. All right, and if you want it removable, just use wire instead of a cable tie. Now I'm going to attach this bow over that cable tie to secure it, okay? And I'm going to do it a little bit catty corner, because that's the way I like to do these. Almost all my wreaths, I have the bows slightly twisted. Call it cattywampus, catty corner, whatever, at an angle. All right, perfect. Now, manipulate my tails a little bit. Maybe I want this to kind of come a little bit behind this piece and this down here. Once we get it on the base, we can play with that a little bit more. But there's our bow right in there with our lemons and our clematis, okay? Super simple recipe. And let's get the base back, okay? Isn't that ribbon amazing? It is gorgeous. It really is. Okay. Let's bring this one in. And there's our tail off the bow. I'm going to take that off. All right, and here's our attachment cable tie we put on. See it here? Okay. Now I've got to figure out my angle and where exactly I want it, but I'm feeling it like right around here off to the side, okay, on our big chunky base. That is just beautiful, no-brainer. So in order to get through here, what I'm going to need to do is just kind of either grab my awl, which I know is right here, and an awl is just like, it's kind of like an ice pick. It's got a pointy part, but it will let you get into the frame here, and you can find the wire. I don't want to just trust just the actual angel vine. I want to try to get under that wire if I can. And so when you put the cable tie in, you need a way to be able to kind of fish it back out. So you grab under the wire and then just kind of pull it back out. All right, so there, it went in nice and smooth under a support wire. And now, grab in here and let's get it all secured. Then we'll do a big fluffy wuffy. You gotta get a big fluff on this dude. So when you see a really chunky base like this, oh, my cable ties. If you don't hear it doing a little noise, you know it's not in there, right? There it goes. What is your problem? It should do the click, click, click. There it goes. Like it's making no noises. So keep pulling it tight till we get it tight into the base, because we don't want it sagging. There we go. Yes, I feel it getting nice and tight. And that way, you don't have to worry about this coming off. Look how cute. Okay, so looks like a hot mess. Give me a second. I'm gonna fluff it up into happiness. So if you are into mass production, you want to make a bunch of pieces to sell at a craft show, or maybe you want to just do a bunch to fill your shop booth if you rent a space at a shop, or maybe you're at an antique or vendor mall. These kind of pieces are easy to make quickly. And when you can make something quickly, you don't necessarily have to mark it up as much as a normal piece, because you don't have all the labor involved. And I do encourage you to try some of the higher end ribbons, because you see we didn't need a lot here to make this look fantastic. But this combination is so beautiful and yummy. It is just popping off the screen, and it's going to pop off your customer's door, your door if you want to make one for yourself, and all of the above. I know, isn't it cute? I love it. Tell me what you think in the comments. Can you do this cluster method? And I'm not even going to add a hanger to this, but in another video I'll teach you how to put a hanger on these type of wreaths. It's really beautiful and luscious. But today we're sticking with this. We're embracing the nice chunky base, and we're loving the new clematis and the lemon together. A beautiful, beautiful combo, perfect for summer. Today we're going to have a really easy project for you. It is what we're calling the easy lemon wreath. So you're going to be able to make this super easy. It'll be a quick win for you. And I think they always turn out pretty with the beautiful sprays that we got in. Okay, I think I've got your comments up. We're good to go. And we're going to send out our text to our text list right now, so none of you will miss when we are live if you want to join us live. Alrighty. Now, let me show you what I have planned for this one. We're going to go with the 14-inch wreath base. You guys, and if you do have questions about design school, just ask. Be happy to answer while I'm live. Hey, Pat. Hey, Danae. Good to see you. I got some friends over on TikTok. I got Tony and Geraldine, I think. Good to see you guys. Hey, Beverly. Glad you're watching. Thanks for being here. If you're over on YouTube, hello. We'll be getting your comments on YouTube in a second. Hi, Kim. Hey, Marina. Hey. Hi, Carol Ann. Good. You're both places. I love it. Marina. Bonnie, hi Kimmy, hi Joanne. So guys, we had made this bow a few bow Wednesdays ago. So it's super bright yellow. I thought it'd be perfect to go with our lemons. So we're gonna use this one in here. It does have a little bees, and we are expecting some little cute bees in that we can always come back and add. So I love that little bit of a pop of bee. You may be watching at work. No one's gonna tell. Shh, our secret, Kimmy. Everyone else watching is not going to say a word. Not going to say a word. So that's our bow. Now, today when I am working with you, I'm going to teach exactly like I would in design school, so you can understand how our course works when you're in there with us. So every week we have in our class 2 videos that come out. One is performed live with you, so it's chatting like this, where I can answer your questions. We're visiting, we're catching up, we're creating a relationship. I want to meet you and know about you. I want you to meet other people in our group and be able to make connections. And then the other video that comes out is recorded, and it is step-by-step process. And it's totally just step 1, step 2, step 3, and they're in little video segments. If anybody wants to see an example of how our whole class works, we have got that. I filmed a video the other day for you, and we can definitely share that link in here so you guys can see it. There is some urgency to join the class. It closes on Wednesday. So if you want to get in and learn the rest of spring, our early fall, Mother's Day, patriotic, this is the time to get in our course, okay? Hi, Kimberly. Hey, Kerna. Yay, you're going to be in there. Oh, I was going to say your name wrong. Kiernan. Boy, girl, you're going to have to help me. You're going to have to help me. Oh, good. Marina got in design school too. Hey, Tamala. Awesome. Good to see you all. Okay, so we're going to work on a 14-inch wreath base. That's the smallest one I generally work on. And depending on the design, sometimes we're going to put on the wreath hanger first or last. I'm going to tell you that on every project. I feel confident that we're going to be able to balance this out one pretty good, so we'll put it on first. Okay, Nicole just posted the link to see what our portal's about and how our class works. If you have questions, you ask right there. You can also get on, watch that video right there. She just posted that. If you want to sign up for class, the link's below. So on here, I want to show you how I did this. It's a U shape. Okay, it's a U shape that I put in, and I'm going to take and just flip this up, and I'm going to make my little hanger by twisting these around. So it's super duper easy. I've done little videos on that too that we can share again just to help you get a hanger. I think hangers are really important. They make it really easy for your customer, or if you're giving it a gift. Karen, okay, Karen, that helps me out so much. Awesome. I'm sure I'll still mess it up, but I will get better at it. What do you do if your grapevine is not tightly woven? That's a good question. What you can do is you can use the moss to help fill in those gaps when you're putting in glue. If you have a choice, the smaller pieces of grapevine work better if you have a choice. I know sometimes when you're ordering online, you just have to work with what comes. And one of the things I do in design school is I give you some recipes that work great with pieces that are wide open, and you can use the cluster technique and different techniques. So wreaths that are a little bit harder to work with, put them aside. There's different techniques that work easier on those. Okay, generally we would generally put in greenery first. But look at the beautiful lemon picks. These are so awesome that they are loaded with greenery. So we're going to work with this just like we would our greenery. We'll put it in very first. So easy sprays like this, we just tear them down, and it works the easiest. Good, you guys are coming on. Hey, Letitia, good to see you. Hi, Miss Grace. I saw a lot of other ladies coming on. Hey, Kim. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Robbie. Wendy, good to see you. Did you put a post how you would bag them? Oh, I could do that. I don't think I have put that post up about how I could bag them. I could do that. Thank you for reminding me how to bag them up for the craft shows. I need to do that. I need to do all these things. I got lots of ideas. All right, so we're going to use 2 of these. Okay, there's one. I got it all prepped. Let's prep number 2. Now remember, this is an easy lemon wreath. So just like in design school where I show you layers, every wreath kind of starts with a foundation, like a step 1, step 2, step 3. And then what happens is sometimes we want to take wreaths up to other levels of completion, adding layers, adding depth. And so in class, I will always usually give you a stopping point and say, hey, this is a great stopping point right here. And then if you want to go to the next level, you can go up to the next level and, add more dimension or more depth. But of course, the more layers we add, the more cost things have. So when you're going to sell your pieces, you got to think about that. Or if it's for myself, I just go all out and I want all the layers. Thank you, Miss Grace. Yeah, I love the butterfly wreath. We did that one in design school. If you didn't catch it yet, did that last week. It was so much fun. Hey, Liz. Kim, you're grocery shopping? Girl, I love listening to podcasts while I'm grocery shopping. I'm like totally into it. Except I get excited and, leave something behind. I get too excited. It's a beautiful day here, too. I'm glad you're having a gorgeous day. Okay, let's get going. So here's where you're going to choose your perimeter. So this is your, the very outside of the design. And generally done by greenery, but today that's going to be done by our lemon pick. So you're going to see me come as far out as I want to come off the base, okay? Now, if I get to where I can see any glue, I use my little Spanish moss and I ball it up. And I put it right on there. I just yanked off this leaf. This is a nice leaf. It actually has a little place to push it in. So we don't want to lose that one. Okay, first piece in. All right. Thank you so much. Oh, let me adjust the camera just a little bit down for you guys. Okay, our first piece is in. You guys on TikTok, you can see good. All right. Thank you, Miss Grace. Okay, I want to go opposite that up here at the top. All right, I'm going to come in opposite with my second pick. And what I do in design school is even I'm going to tell you about why did I just shift these lemons, because I don't want these lemons on one side. Okay, I want to shift them. I want them to zigzag. Okay, so I get better coverage by what's already included in the pick I'm putting in. Okay, so I want to use good quality supplies so I can utilize them to save steps. So here already we've saved a step because we haven't had to put in greenery. We used a pick that had a great amount of greenery on it. Okay, 2 pieces in, just opposite each other. All right, you got that? Yes. Okay, now we're gonna back it up and we're gonna work towards the center. We pick a transition point for our design. Sometimes that means it's a bow there or a focal point like a large flower. And in this situation, our transition will be the bow we talked about. And I need to kind of decide on where I want it to be before I start backing towards it. And at a transition, that tells you what directions your flowers are gonna go from there. Your greenery, your stems, everything. So we gotta identify that. So we know we're gonna put the bow like right about here. It could be dead center, could be a little bit lower. I generally like a little bit lower, but we've done a little bit of everything. Just depends on the mood. Hi, Teresa. Great to see you. All right, so let's back it up towards the center where our transition is. And if you guys are just getting here, I'm super teachy today because I want you to know how to do this. I want you to get an idea of how I teach in design school. This is generally information students are paying for. I'm giving you a little treat today free so you can learn how to make this easy lemon wreath, okay? All right, you guys are doing a good. Hey, Ray. Brenda says, anytime I see lemons, I think of your beautiful lemon trees I lost. Brenda, you and Kaya. Kaya was making me upset about it yesterday. Okay, these 2 pieces are just a little bit smaller, so I'm going to take the little bit larger ones and use them right in here. Okay, this one has got a nice, gorgeous greenery, and I'm going to bring it right here. So we used our picks that have the 2 lemons already. Now we have a couple of picks that have 1. Right? I'm going to press that in right here. And then I'm going to make sure it's going into the grapevine. And I'm going to use some of my moss to cover up that glue. Just ball it up. And I'm going to press it in there. And so I also can use that in the space in the grapevine to kind of fill in to help hold it. All right? So they went opposite, same positioning, opposite, okay? So when you're using a really nice pick, you see how quickly it's filling in? Real fast. Huh? No, it's okay, Brenda. You're not upsetting me. No. It's okay. I've moved on. Hey, I bought a lot more plants. Hey, Tammy. Good to see you. All the bloomerinos are in the room tonight. Actually, it's not tonight. It's today. How much cleaning do I do on the wreath? I don't. I'm one of those people who don't clean the wreath. I throw it down a couple of times before I bring it in, and then I'm good to go. Okay, literally, that's it. Hey, Carol. Good to see you. You just joined KDS. Welcome. We're so glad to have you. Fantastic, Carol. I'm excited to get to know you better. We'll be seeing you live tomorrow night in the group, so try to come live if you can. If not, the replay's there for you. Patricia said, would it be okay to add some berries with this for a kitchen piece? Yes, Patricia. Absolutely. I'm going to show you. We're going to add a little berry and a twig, but we're keeping it really basic so you can learn the structure today. So we're not putting in too many layers. This is my 3rd lemon pick, and we're going to go opposite over here. You're going to notice I've created a little triangle with these. Now sometimes we create the triangle other ways, but in here we have 1, 2, 3 pieces that created a triangle as we put that placement in. Okay, so now you feel confident when you see a piece that you're going to need 3 sections to create that little triangle when it's the only piece we're putting in. So we'll get good spacing on our picks when they're going in. So a pick is a small piece. When we have these 3 pieces on one stem, that's called a spray. Okay? Hello, Pat. Hey, Patty. Okay, now our number 3 piece to complete our triangle down here can go it could go to a couple places. It could go right here, and you'll see our 1, 2, 3. It could go here, and we've got our 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna wait just a second to put that in. I'm gonna put the bow in first. Janae says, so the $37 a month for those who join design school is for the 6 months period of time before being a member officially? So no, here's how it works today. When you join, it's $37 a month. That's a recurring charge. Every month you're in class, it's $37. When you first join, you get access to 24 videos, okay? And they are videos from the last 24 videos I've done. Then, after you get to 6 months and you haven't left design school, you're still in there, we give you access to the entire portal, which is over 215 videos or something like that. So the advantage is to stay in there consistently so you can get all the new information and have access to the old information. What a lot of students do is they design a wreath, and they kind of do it like paper dolls. They take the bow from a wreath in the portal and they look at the bow video. They take the placement from another video and they kind of, put this bow on this wreath. Oh, how did she attach that sign? So you're consuming the content as it comes in, as you're going through it step by step. But then when you get to the 6-month period, hopefully by then you're more comfortable with design. You're ready to start making your own designs and not just teaching you exactly what I'm showing you. And you can use that portal to pull content and pick and choose what you want. So everything's in a really easy to access special private website for you guys in the class. And then you have a private Facebook group. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay. Yes, ma'am. So you pay $37 a month continuously as long as you stay. You get complete access to everything we have to offer, including supply discounts, weekly lives, private lives, all of that stuff. It's all laid out on the page. If you go to CleesDesignSchool.com, it'll tell you all about it. All right, Liz says, is the wreath bases and Michael's have a lot of leaves in them? No, I don't, Liz. I don't take all the leaves out. I never have. Okay? Let's see here. I think I've got all your questions. Do I spray paint them? Patty, you can. I have. I usually do black spray paint for Halloween a lot. I think that's fun. But there's cute, all kind of colors. You can definitely spray paint them. That's a blast. Hey, Debbie. Kim says you couldn't do arrangements until you joined KDS Worth Every Penny. Yes, we do have arrangements in there too. We're going to have a whole month coming up where we work on floral arrangements specifically because I want to get doing more of that for you guys in design school. So that's coming up. I'm thinking for Mother's Day, we could nail a bunch of arrangements. So stay tuned. I'm excited. Okay, Danae, makes sense? Great. So there's no commitment. You could come for a month. You could stay as long as you want. But the advantage of staying longer is you're working towards your 6 months goal. After you've been in 6 months, you get access to everything. And then if you continue to stay, you continue to get access to everything. If you leave design school, you have to start the 6 months over. Okay, that's to protect those of them, students who've been in there for a long time and they've been paying me all along for the content and all of the things. That's to make sure you don't just come in 1 month and get everything that they've been paying for all along. Okay? Good. I'm glad you understand. Good. Hey, Jessica says design school will change your life. Absolutely love it. And I've learned so much. Oh, yay, Jessica. I love to hear that. Fantastic. Okay. Now, there's no right or wrong time to put a bow in. But when we're doing a really super simple wreath, okay? The nice thing about that is we're going to keep the cost down if we want to sell it. And we can cover up some major real estate with a bow. So here's our bow. And the bow is the most inexpensive thing to do on the wreath. Sometimes the most time consuming to make, because even I can't make a bow in under like 7 or 8 minutes changing ribbons. But it is not as expensive because you can make multiples out of each roll of ribbon. I hope that makes sense. So we're going to put that in next. Brenda says, best teacher ever. Yay! Debbie says, design school has literally changed everything about learning and selling. Awesome, Debbie. Okay, let's go in right here. Y'all, it wouldn't be alive if we didn't have a big truck or a weed eater or a blower coming by. You know, one day we won't be hearing that sound anymore and we'll be missing it. We'll have gotten so professional we don't have all the background noise. Okay, and if you don't know how to make bows, in design school I'm going to teach you how to do every bow we do. This one we did on a live here on a Bow Wednesday, so you guys can go and watch any of those videos. All right, let's trim off this. Hey, Jennifer, awesome. Hey, Genevieve. Liz, I'm the best teacher. I appreciate it, Liz. I try to be. I'm just trying to put into simple terms how to do what we're doing. So hopefully you can learn, and then once you do get it down, I'm pretty confident you're going to have success. I just got some feedback from some students who have recently done really well with some of my tutorials and sold them well. Y'all, I've got over 10,000 wreaths sold on Etsy, so if there's some kind of trick or tip I could share with you, I'm going to do it, okay? Because I don't want you to waste any time making the same mistakes I did. And because I'm still selling on Etsy, I'm still learning, and I'm still sharing what I can. I also am selling my finished wreaths in a boutique, so I take back that feedback from the boutique and I report in, like, I'll be reporting in tomorrow night what has sold that we've recently made in design school. And the neat thing about that is it's like really good feedback. I'm like, yeah, anything I've made like this is sold, so you might want to try it too, and it really helps. Okay, Ava says the tutorials break the steps down beautifully. It's easy to follow. Okay, Ava, great. You're so sweet. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Yes, there'll be a link for the bow on the supply list. Yes. Marina says, I love how you break everything down in design school. It changed my stress level. Awesome teacher. Thank you so much. Yay. Okay, we don't want you to be stressed. Literally, it should be so much fun playing with flowers, having a good time. I do not want you to be stressed. Like, good. Hi, Pat. Thank you so much. Jackie says, what did Jackie say? You're new in KDS and ready to go? Yay, Jackie. Well, come hang out with us tomorrow night. We're excited to get going. And be checking. Tonight, you should have a new video coming to your inbox. Okay. Now, this is super easy, right? We've got one spray up here, one spray down here, and a bow. Okay? In the real world, this would not be like Kalea's like awesome work, but this is nicer than you can find at any Michael's or Hobby Lobby or anywhere else right now. So if you wanted this to be your stopping point, it could be. Okay, of course we're going to layer on another layer, but you don't have to do that. You could stop right here. So let's go. If I was going to stop at this point, the only thing I might want to do is collapse that triangle just a little bit and have it a little bit tighter so there weren't quite as many gaps. But literally, okay, super adorable already. Bow, 2 lemon sprays. Can everybody do that? Can I get some thumbs up if you think you got it? You got that easy peasy. All right, now here's where we're gonna soup it up a little. This is a berry twig. So the neat thing about this piece is it's berries and twigs in one, easy peasy, to make you look good, right? So everything I try to sell on Clematis.com is stuff that I would like to work with because it's nice quality. It's still not crazy prices. I mean, some of it gets expensive, but I try to keep it within our price ranges in order to resell. And then this one's serving 2 purposes. We love to use twigs at the end of our designs, which is something you're going to learn in design school more and more about. But a berry's awesome too, and generally we'd add both. So if we can get one-on-one pick, we love it. Thanks, Danae. Okay, Liz, this is on the 14-inch base. This is smaller base. Smaller. Easy peasy, Marina says. Good. Good, good, good. So let's trim these down. These have nice, long, cool stems, which I do love, but we don't need them that long. I'm going to trim them all to 1 inch. And I'm going to tell you that in design school. I'm going to tell you what I'm trimming. I'm going to tell you how to break down a pick. I'm going to show you where to cut it. Like, if you've never done this before, I'm confident, and you've seen a lot of my students on here, I'm confident that you're going to be able to do it. Okay? Now, one of the things I really preach is adding dimension to our designs. So we do that because all this stuff's wired. Unlike if you were to get this out in nature, you'd have to work with the bends and curls that come. But when you're paying for a nice piece, and if you're buying it from us online, generally it's going to be wired. And that allows you to curve it and texture it and make it move towards you. So our lemons are kind of back. I'm going to bring our twigs to the foreground. So in our face. Leanne, yes, we'll send a supply list for this project. You've got to be on our text list, okay? And we'll send it. Okay. Twigs are best to make it real. Yes, ma'am, they are. They absolutely are. They make it, you know what they do? Especially brown twigs. I like to have this C shape. So we have brown over here in the wreath, and they bring that brown color out. So it's really, really important to me in my design. So let's get these in. We're gonna start by going behind each, right beside each of our lemon pieces we put in. So that means 3 of the twigs. So we'll put 3 up here, 3 down here. Let's start with that. Yeah, you guys, if you're not on the text list, you can text us at 832-734-5201. 832-734-5201. Text us there. Text us the word link, and we'll send you the link. Nicole, the Wonder Woman, just sent it. Yay! Great. She is the best. She is the best, y'all. We're getting there. So I'm going behind this one, and then we're going to put 1 more right here. So we're making the same exact shape that we had before. We're working that triangle one more time. We're doing it. Kelly, what's the depth of the boxes we ship wreaths in? Some of the wreaths go into 4-inch, some go into 6, and some go into 8. The 8 is generally the biggest one, with the exception of some really large, oversized pieces. Anybody will tell you I like to make big things. Everything's big. So, heck, I'm from Texas, right? Those, I have some 10-inch deep too for larger, but very, like 24 by 24 by 10. Really, really big wreaths. Okay? Generally 8 for something like this, but a little twig like this can gently get some compression without causing any problem. It could be fine. Let me check. Running out of battery over here. Okay. Let's keep going. Now we're going to repeat that down below. So our twigs down below. Now, we haven't put our 3rd lemon in yet, so maybe we got to decide where that's going to go and complete our triangle. And I think because we got a nice ribbon curl right here and everything, I think we should just bring it down right there where that tail is. So we'll put this one in. And we were waiting to the last bit on that. Sometimes I hold off a little greenery, a little bit of different pieces till I get the bow in and then work around it. Okay? Now, if you're a beginning wreath maker and you could just make this for your door in about 30 minutes, would you do it? Would you give it a try? So let's say you're trying to stock your Etsy shop and you can make these in 30 minutes and you could sell multiples of these. This would really be a big benefit for you. So today's video that I'm doing is, of course, to tell you about our course, and I want you to come join us. But if you take anything away, I want you to take away how quick and easy projects can be, that they don't all have to be multi layers. I do like to teach that in my class as well, but I want you to know I always give you a stopping point so it can fit your budget, your style, or maybe your customer style. Or, as you're learning, it's easy just to layer on the different techniques to get your finished look. Amy, we did this bow on Bow Wednesday, and it is, let me see, it's a 2-1-2, Amy. We didn't make it here on the video. So Amy will go back looking for it and be like, there's no bow. Hi, Mary. Happy Monday. Good to see you over here. Okay, I'm trimming it off. So we're going to repeat the placement. So we'll start right up with our first lemon, right in here. I'm going to go a little bit in front of it this time because I want it a little closer to the bow. So, of course, I'm going to repeat the process that I did before, but I also want to mirror what's at the top, okay? That's the easiest way to do this. Hey, Georgia Lee, good to see you. And we're doing that depth and dimension. Everybody's getting bent up, right? Oh, fantastic. Y'all, if you need the bow video, Nicole just posted it for you. So basically, you're getting a full tutorial here. The bow also. Bring those twigs forward. If they want to shift on you, make sure you flip them forward. Okay, and then my third one needs to come out this way. These need to come out this way. There you go. I want the design to cup that way, okay? So if it starts to flip around, you just rotate it around while that glue's hot and get it where you want it to go. All right, our last piece is going in over here with that other lemon towards the front. I'm just gonna push that in good. You should feel it kind of go in. I'm going into the grapevine, not through the back. It's going in with the curve. Now, do you see how much that added to it? Those twigs added a ton. So we're gonna have twigs left. So we used a bush and just one other piece of the second bush of the twig. We used 2 lemon sprays, literally that easy, and 2 different ribbons. And those twigs made all the difference in the depth and dimension. So even though it looked pretty cool with just the 2 lemon sprays, and that would have still been better than most of our competition out in the big box world, we added the twigs. We didn't add that much dollars to it, but it really added a lot of extra depth. So, okay, let's take a look. Look here. Isn't that great? It's simple, great, easy, rock and roll. Everybody can do this. I believe you can. So I wanted you to see today just kind of how I teach and how we can take basic layers and build and build. And if we can make something this simple look this good, can't you wait to learn more sophisticated, more in-depth techniques? How we can do garlands, swags, of course, arrangements. I think there's just so many little nuances that I can help you learn to make your construction better and easier. And we also cover on every project kind of where the inspiration came for the design and how I picked the colors. I try to cover that at the beginning so you can start to look for those things in your own environment when you're creating on your own.
Hello everybody again. You know, today is the day for Freestyle Friday where we're going to create live together. And there has been like a voodoo force trying to keep me from getting live, but I am now live with you. And I'm pretty sure I'm on the Kelea page. So let me know, are we on the Kelea Facebook page? People have been coming in. I'm over here at Bloom Central. People have been coming in, knocking on doors. Everything's been happening before I could get live. But I'm here. I am here. Hi, Wendy. Great to see you. Hopefully some of the folks, and then I went live on my personal page. I'm trying. Nicole, I'm in the right place. Yay. Fantastic. Well, let's go and let's get the party started before something else crazy karma happens. Correct page. Yay, yay. Yay, Wendy. Fantastic. Great, great, great. Well, we're going to work with the square moss form today. Diane, 3rd time's the charm. That's the plan. That's Peggy. Yes. We're going to try. We're going to totally try. Well, welcome, you guys. If you're new or if you are just brand new to the page, welcome, welcome. If you've never been here before, hi, guys. Hi. Hello. Hi. I'm so excited to have you here, too. Welcome to our page. On Fridays, we do what we call Freestyle Friday, and that means, hi, Jan. Hey, Melly Mel. Oh, Diane, you have this on your easel. Yay. Faith, you're in the right place now. Good. So we do a freestyle. So what that means is I just walk around and pick up stuff that I think is going to be pretty together. And I planned it about 10 minutes before I went live. I mean, ask Nicole. I was shooting her pictures so she would know. Thank you, Jill. So she would know what we're going to use, right, in this project. So what we're going to use also is I've attached a floral foam block. Sugar. It's going to be sugar day. Hey, Dallas. Hey, Dallas, if you want to get on our text list, that's what we're talking about, the word live. So if you go to textkelea.com, you type in the word live when you register, you can get on our live list. So I sent out a text to everybody on our list that I was going to be live right now. Now, they've been trying to find me for 15 minutes while I've been in the wrong place, but I'm here now. Hi, Carol. Hey, guys. So I attached this with some wire, and then I just tied it on really good. Hi, Norma. And that's what we got started. Hey again. Hey again. This is it's a moss base, and I have attached it to the wreath form here. Okay, and we're going to put the foam on. We've already done that, and we're ready to rock and roll. And I thought this would be pretty. Now, On Wednesday, we did our Bow Wednesday video. Hi, Anita. Where we used, Patty, Lord, you found me. I'm sorry. I know you've been trying to get here for a while. We made this bow. We're going to take inspiration for this. So I thought we would use blue and lemons. And then I'm not sure if this will be a no bow project or we'll put a bow in it. You never know. Hey, Jeanette. So let's go ahead and get started on our greenery. Let's get some greenery going on it. And I think my tools are my wire cutters. Let me grab them. I left them over here. I don't have them in my work belt yet. Hi, Sandra. I'm glad you found me. Hey, Diane. Good to see you too. Y'all, if you're waiting on order, we got extra help coming this weekend. I'm very excited. Some of the local fans and helpers are coming to help. I'm very excited. So we gotta get caught on it. Tracy, this is another wreath form we had in stock. It's not the one that I was talking about in design school the other day. So I hope that helps. Let me see, what was the other oh shoot, y'all look at the sky for a minute. Everything I touched today is just crazy. I was trying to read one of these other comments that I missed. It was a good question. You're so excited to see Freestyle Marge. Fantastic. Oh, Trudy, I just saw your text right before I went live. So email Nicole on that because that's not a joke I was playing on you. Something's wrong. Hi, Marianne. Okay. We're gonna calm down. We're gonna get into the mode right now. Hi, Amanda. I'm glad you're popping in on your break. I'm gonna try to pull these out. I think I've pulled these out of this bush before so we can keep them long. Let's see. Yeah, these will pull out. This is our seedy grass bush, and I like to keep it pull it apart if I can. I'm too perky. Well, I'm getting to play with flowers. Mom's next door, you know, she's breaking down cardboard, and she said she's happy over there breaking down cardboard for a minute. And I said to her, this is what I want to do all day, run around and create a project really fast. This is so fun. She's like, you get it, girl. So with this bush, the way it comes apart, it's really easy just to pull these. You don't have to, you don't have to cut it too much. Oh, till you get to the top, and then we cut the top. It's all real life. Yeah. Yes, that was the roof. Did y'all like that view? Gay, you found the right video? Yes, you did. You used the seedy grass before? Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, it's a really cool look. So I'm going to deconstruct it. But you can also use it like a tree. If you left that as one whole piece, you can stand it up like a really cool tree too. Let me break down 2 of these. I'm going to use a couple. And we'll start to create our base. Hi, Rita. How's everybody doing? Nicole's working on a supply list for this, so in a little while we'll have that ready so you know what we used if you want to grab any of these products. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Straight hair, don't care. What's the stuff of seedy grass? It's just a grass that we use. It's made of plastic, you know? I love it. Judy, the wreath holder's not going to be back in stock till May. But it's coming. Do we have lemons in stock? Yes, we do. We have some different lemons. The ones I'm going to use today are super cute. They're a little bit petite. Congratulations on seeing your brother. That's fantastic. I know you're excited about that. Okay. Hi, Catherine. How's the garden, Catherine? Any progress? Vanessa, we'll get you the supply list as soon as it's ready. We're just working on it. Poor Nicole has to work with me flying by the seat of my pants. Hi, Doreen. Okay, let's trim it. If I don't see your comment, y'all just ask again. When I'm live here from Bloom Central, I cannot see all the comments. I got the Pfizer vaccine, so I ended up with the Pfizer. So hopefully, whatever one you get, you'll have the least amount of complications from it. I'm hoping. So I'm gonna get 2 of these pieces that are pretty similar and trim them, and then we're gonna use those to start to create our perimeter on this project. Let's do it. All right, let's get these put in. Thank you. It's a cute shirt. I got this shirt from Brooke over at Refabbed. Oh my gosh, the Refab boutique. She has the cutest clothes. I love it. All right, let me trim this a little and we're gonna put these in. And y'all know I don't have my glue pot here, but I would be gluing in, okay? Lynn, I put the foam on before I went live, so it's already on. Oh, blooms are coming on tomatoes. I gotta read it really quick. All right, let's push these in. All right, I'm gonna get these in. Oh, good job, Carol. Fantastic. Oh, good, Lori. I hope so too. I've got my second shot scheduled on the day we go out to vacation, which is probably not a great idea, but I just had to do it. Got to do it. We're doing it all. You know, that's how things are going on around here right now. It's the get it done attitude. All right, let's add some more greenery and kind of create. We call this a design school, creating our perimeter. We're going to do that first. From Vermont, well, welcome. Is anybody else watching for the first time? Welcome, welcome. Come on in, say hello. On Fridays at noon Central, if I'm not live on the wrong page, I'll be here eventually. And that's where we get to create together. Hi, Donna. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Okay, I'm gonna put this one in. I love the seedy grass because it adds a really fun texture. Trudy, what's the update on the new warehouse? So the new warehouse, right now the county is putting in a new road right near us because of Amazon. We have a gigantic Amazon facility that got built right next door to our warehouse. And they're getting a new road put in over here. So once the road is put in, then we can go further on the other warehouse. So it's exciting. Yes, in the meantime, we are hiring. So if anybody is interested in applying, let us know. You can email your resumes to info@Kelea.com. We're located in the Houston, Texas area. And we're looking for people to help run the warehouse. Yes. Oh, your order was shipped, Donna. Oh, God bless America. You guys, our orders have been taking 14, 15 days to get out. So I am so sorry. We're doing the best we can, but I promise you we're kicking out as many as we can every day. And we're getting more help this weekend. So we're moving in the right direction. So you guys can see I kind of created a little bit of texture and I put out my perimeter so far. Okay, hey. Good to see you, Maxwell. Now, let's take and I know my primary flower is going to be a blue sunflower. How fun is that? Because blue and yellows look pretty together. So let's get some of these rocking and rolling in here on our base. Well, I'm hoping you guys are able to get the vaccines if you are so desiring to get them. I am not I love you either way. Oh, thanks, Wendy. Sheila, you're sneaking in at work. Fantastic. Well, that's probably ours. There's a big piece of bubble wrap flying outside. I'll go get it in a little while. You ordered those? Yay! All right, let's put some of these in. I think I'm going to use these really super wispy coming down. Y'all, this piece of plastic is flying outside. If it blinds a car and hits their windshield. Let's see. Oh, Donna. Well, great to see you. I don't know if I recall, but I might remember if I saw you. Hi, Jennifer. Great to see you. So I'm gonna have these be in super droopy. I think that would be pretty. It's Freestyle Friday, so y'all, I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna get these heads up just slightly. That's what I like to do. I just like to get out here and play with y'all and have a good time. Hi, Denise will hide. Great to see you too. Is there anyone else new watching? Or that I haven't got to meet yet? Please introduce yourself. Tell us where you're watching from. And if you are making something cool today, let us know. Hi, Tony. fantastic you're here hanging out. If you were on the text list, can anybody let us know how long it took you to get the text? Because I'm curious to see how they're delivering. So let me know. Maureen, sunny Miami, lovely, lovely. Okay, get these in. That's pretty so far. So far, so good. You were told you weren't working? Yes, the big bush, Wendy. That will be awesome. New from Lubbock. Welcome. I'm new to your design school from Northern. I didn't catch that. Let's see if I can get it back. Illinois. Welcome, welcome. Oh, fantastic. You got it around 11:55, Wendy? Well, that was pretty quick. I'm just curious. Anybody else on the text? Hi, Sheila from Shreveport. Welcome. Brian, how you doing? Okay, I'm gonna put some of these in a little higher. I'm feeling very wispy. You haven't seen the text to join the group? Dallas, if you are in, if you're already signed up for design school, just go ask to join KaleesDesignSchool.com on, no, don't do that. Go to Kalees Design School on Facebook, the private group. If you haven't gotten in there yet, just ask to join, fill out the questions, and we'll get you approved, okay? If you have any trouble finding it or need more assistance, you can email info@kalees.com, and we'll get you help. No problem. You got the text at 11:58. Okay, good. Well, I mean, they're coming in pretty good. I was worried that they're coming delayed. So that's what I wanted just to find out. I'm gonna put that a little shorter. Y'all, and I'm just pushing these into the foam, but you would be gluing them in because they're not permanent till they're glued. Once you get a little glue on there, this puppy will stay real nice. Okay. From Fort Lauderdale, lots of Floridians. Fantastic. Hey, Asia. How's it going? I'm gonna give these some dimension. Jill, you got yours at, okay, perfect. Oh, yeah, Jill, it's earlier for you, isn't it? It's hard to get everybody consistent. You love it already, Diane? Shoot, Diane, I've been seeing your stories with your pretty ones. They're gorgeous. Thank you, Teresa. I'm gonna put this one on the other side. And this is something that is gonna be kind of a matchy-matchy. Marlena, this is the foam. I buy this in big sheets at your local craft store, and it's floral foam. I've attached this with floral pins, and then I use some 18 gauge wire to help hold it. That's kind of like a backup plan. That's like the emergency wire. It's also wired from the back. Okay. So let me get these. It's pretty symmetrical. As I would say, it's matchy-matchy. Oh, from Arkansas. Wow, welcome. Happy lunch break. Good for you, Amy. Get the lunch. It's Freestyle Friday. We're lunching and relaxing and creating. Okay, that's pretty. Now, let me get a little bit more grass in between, and then we've got more. Hi, Beverly. Yeah, I told you guys are always kidding. Florida is all over the place today. Good for y'all. I love it. I know. Get some Kelea time. No, none of that smoky smoke out there from the fire. Nope. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit more of that grass in there. Hey, Melinda. And I'm just adding this in for dimension, kind of coming between the flowers. So if you've never tried working on some foam attached to your piece, you can always do that. It's kind of like working with like you would a centerpiece. You're using the foam to attach things, and you're just making a centerpiece on the wreath. It's pretty. Oh, welcome. welcome. So I'm out on the Kelea page right now. So make sure, if you guys have recently joined design school, make sure you ask to join the private design school group too. So we have all kind of videos in there, and just in case, I want to make sure you're not missing out stuff in our private group. Those of you who just joined class. Thank you, Terry. Good to see you too. Oh my God, don't you need them, Brian? I know. They're gorgeous. This is my first time to play with them. And they kind of have that, a little bit almost like a dried look to them where they're really tight. Well, I mean, these frames are in stock. These are in stock, yes. These are not the special ones for design school. These have been in stock. You can go check them out. They're on Clematis.com. Okay. The special ones for design school are different, and we'll talk about those later. Sorry, there's some confusion, guys. I want to make sure we're all on the same page. Brian, yes, we have these. Nicole's putting together the supply list for the whole project, so we can give you the link to that. Now, these lemons are a little more petite, which is really kind of fun. Isn't that fun? And I'm gonna give them some motion. We're gonna have them kind of come down. Y'all, when you buy stuff, make sure it's wired, because look at all the party you can have. And we're gonna have that party come down, right? Design school is not open now, but we have a lot of new members, and I wanna make sure they are clear on where to be and where to go. And so when they were asking on the live, I wanted to make sure we were on the same page. So I'm gonna try to run this a little bit coming through here. Let's come right through there and have that flow down amongst the other sunflowers and mix in. Pretty. So there's our first lemons going in. Thank you, Brian. I'm glad you're back. You're welcome. I hope you enjoy it. Y'all, if you didn't get in design school this time, don't worry. It's going to be coming in. We're gonna have it open again in the early fall. So you can definitely get in later. You can always get on the wait list over at cleasdesignschool.com. We have a wait list, and we would love to have you next time. But I'm still gonna be here live hanging out with you guys a couple times a week, so don't worry. We'll be freestyling, and don't forget, tomorrow is Simple Saturday. That's when a new video gets released here on the Facebook page. And I've been putting it on YouTube too for the YouTubers. So you can start to get that video also. Look how pretty. Dang, it's pretty. Yeah, right there's where you get on the wait list. Definitely get on the wait list. Okay, let's pop in some. I need a little more yellow for height up here at the top. We're gonna put that in. That would be wonderful, Jill. That would be great. Hi, Susan. Now let me take these and trim them. Yeah, we have a new portal in design school we're so proud of, and we've even started upgrading it recently so the videos can load faster. So we're always working on trying to provide more Terry, more value to our members, and more things to you guys too who aren't in class. We have a new library coming too that's going to be so exciting. So I can't wait to tell you more about that. It's fun as you kind of get to do more things, you get more things implemented. Sometimes it feels like you'll never get to the next level, and it's amazing. Renee, you want to apply for the job here? Just send it to info@clease.com. Send your resume over, and we will take a look at it. So that's what we got so far. We got lemons and we got blue. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, I've got some really killer blueberries I want to add in next. Glenda, my real lemon trees. Oh, Glenda, they're DOA. One of them has some leaves coming back. I think they're coming back from below the graft. So I'm not sure what that will mean in the long term, but the other one is not coming back. It's kind of sad. These blueberries are cool. Cool. Oh, you're trying to find the planter from the tutorial. Could you get it online since I didn't have it in person? Y'all, I plan this tutorial with this planter from Hobby Lobby. And of course, not every Hobby Lobby has it. So frustrating. Donna, how many sunflowers did I use? One. I think I used 4, and I've used 3 lemons so far. Oh, thank you very much. You're so sweet. And I really think I'm gonna sell this blue kind of coming way low. I might use this as a whole stem. I might do it. Thanks, Lynn. Oh, thanks, Leanne. We're having growing pains for sure. I don't want to be fulfilling orders so late, but it's just more than we can handle. So we're gonna do our best. Okay, if I put this really far low, oh gosh, that's pretty. Isn't that pretty? Kind of going against the base. Oh, mama, I like that. So, I'm gonna need to cut it that long. So let me measure. It's gonna be pretty. Let's put that in. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Y'all, and put makeup on, put some pretty clothes on. It's amazing. Oh, the supply list is up. Fantastic, guys. You can grab it there. Any of these supplies. Just be aware, it's 15 days for shipping right now. It may ship sooner, but that's where our shipping is, and I don't want to be. I want to be completely transparent and upfront, so you know. I know it has got a killer bunch. See it? See it tucked behind there? Ooh. All right. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a small little cable tie, and I'm going to suck it down to the back because I don't want it to move. I want it to sit right there. And when it's on somebody's door, it's going to be popping in and out, right? Nobody tell your boss. We're not saying we're going to be quiet as a mouse. We're going to keep it real quiet. All right, let's tie that in. I'm gonna just use a little green cable tie and tie it on there. Oh, she doesn't anymore. Thank you. Oh my God, it would look amazing on a mirror. Oh, it would. Y'all, I love working with just florals. It makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. I'm gonna bring this back in. Come on in, cable tie. I gotta get you attached. Sometimes these projects get out of hand here. Freestyling. We just start off with this project and it goes bananas. Okay. I like that. So we kind of went hard blue. We got yellow at the top. Let's do the same thing on this side. Let's repeat. Repeat and repeat. We're in a boat. Do y'all remember that joke from when you were little? Do you remember that? I don't know if y'all told each other that joke. Repeat and repeat. We're in a boat. Pete fell out. Who was left? Then the joke is repeat. And then you say Pete and repeat. We're in a boat. It's terrible. I need to tell that one to Kaya today. Oh, thanks, Vicky. I definitely need to tell her that today. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I fluffed that one all out. And we gotta measure it again. Oh, Jill, watch out. Watch out. I feel matchy coming on. Sometimes I gotta do it, Jill. Sometimes it happens. Generally, guys, when I design, it's not matchy. So in design school, they give me a hard time because I say, matchy, not matchy. You remember the Pete and repeat joke? It just occurred to me. Pete and repeat are in a joke. I mean, are not in a joke. Well, they are in a joke. You can tell it that way too. Y'all, my brain fires all at once sometimes and the wrong words come out. Y'all are used to it though. Oh my gosh, this is cute. I'm gonna take and tie that one in too. So it's gonna be kind of the same. Carol, I know the Pete and repeat jokes. Oh my gosh. We thought we were so funny. My dad would tell a joke about that with, what do you do at a yellow light? Yeah, tell the 6-year-old that joke. That's the level of comedy we got going today. still think it's funny. One of the morning talk shows around here in Houston, he always is telling corny jokes and they crack me up too. And they're just like that, just really super corny. I don't know why I find them funny. Probably because I have an 11-year-old, right? We're on her level. Yay, Josie! Yay! Wonderful! I'm glad you got them. Yeah, I never forget Josie. She got the same birthday as my Kaya. So, I have a couple of friends who have the same birthday. All right, let me bring this over. Okay, so my blueberries are in. Look, Mom. Hey, Mom. Y'all, Mom's coming in.
She finally got cleared some cardboard. So
Yay! Good job on the cardboard, Mom.
Thank you.
It's a glamorous job doing cardboard. You gotta go back out?
I gotta go back
over here? Okay.
All right.
Mom popped in. Y'all tell Mom hi.
Bye, guys.
Okay, she's gotta go. She's got some pressing cardboard. Actually, doing cardboard's kind of addictive because you get excited about the progress you're making. Diane says, hi, Mom. Love you. I will tell her, Diane. So sweet. She can't get to the camera over here because I got her blocked off. Okay, let's put some more blueberries at the top. And I gotta decide if we're putting a bow or not. I gotta make that decision soon because I've gotta figure out. Oh, we are not putting a bow. I think we're gonna, or if we are, I just think we're gonna go no bow. We're gonna go no bow. Aw, you're so sweet with the hi, Moms. Thank you. I think we're gonna go no bow. We ended up going a little more formal than our ribbon in this particular design. So if I had a little bit, if I didn't have that gingham behind it, it would probably work better in this piece. Oh, y'all are so sweet saying hi to Mama. I will tell her. Ava says, hi, Mom. Wonderful. Mom doesn't realize there's a 30-minute delay. And I saw something about this. Clee said, in Wreath Makers University, do you cover Etsy or is that in the business group? Cindy, so I teach in the business coaching over at Makers University. And you can find out more about that at, what is this fly? At CoachKelea.com. You can leave the bow up there if you want. You can leave it. It's up to you guys if you want to use ribbon or not. Why'd the belt go to jail? Oh boy. Tell me the punchline. I hope I can see it. We're reading this. This fly in here. Why'd the belt go to jail? I'm trying to guess it. Cause it, I don't know. I want to know now though. I want to know why the belt went to jail. For sure. All right, since we're gonna go no bow, I'm gonna hit the center with a little bit of more sunflower up in there in the middle. Let's get it going. Now all I want to know is why the belt went to jail. I'm telling you. Yeah, Vicky, she's doing fantastic, really. She's doing really well, so we are so blessed. Yes, very blessed. And Mom used to help so much with the Kaya too. So since Kaya's bigger in sports now, Mom's out here helping a lot. So it's wonderful. It's wonderful to be with her every day. She's a hard worker, you know. Because it held up the pants. Got it. Oh my gosh. Why didn't I figure that one out on my own? I need y'all. That's a good one. I'm going to tell that joke too to Kaya today. She'll be like, what is going on with you? What is even happening, Mom? Why are you saying these crazy things? All right, so I'm going to put a couple of sunflowers right here in the middle. Not too matchy-matchy, but a little matchy-matchy. Let me bring this one down a little bit. Okay. And we want to put a little more lemons also in the center. Absolutely. I cherish it all with my mom. Love, love her. You know, we have my Aunt Mary, who just passed away a few years ago at 108. And she was completely very active, and that's so important as you age, if you can possibly be active at whatever level you can be. It really, she had a very, what am I trying to say? A great life. You love 6-year-old jokes too. Me too. I like all kind of jokes. I'm not trying to act like I only listen to clean jokes, because I like a dirty joke too. But those kid ones crack me up for some reason. All right, we're doing pretty good. Let me go a little higher with this piece back here. We're filling it out nice. So you could have used, if I just would have had a little bit more elegant background with the lemons, I think it would have worked fine with the ribbon. But so we got so far, and we're on a square base. You see, oh gosh, it's cute. I'm loving it. I don't know what happened with Trudy. What happened, Trudy? I can't see. Oh, why did the cookie go to the doctor? Oh, it's a joke. We're telling a joke. I just need to know. I need to know too. This is like all the kid jokes today. Hey, we can't help it. We gotta laugh. Oh, fantastic. You guys are liking it. Wonderful. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of the grass, kind of coming out forward slightly. In a design school, we'd say we want to break the plane of the other, because it's what? Hold on. Because it's crumbly. Oh, jeez. Oh, we want to break the plane of the other pieces in our project slightly and overlap them, so it gives dimension and depth. In the meantime, it's crazy kid joke day. Why not? It all started with Pete and Repeat that were in the boat. He was feeling crummy. Y'all are funny. That's why he went to the doctor. Oh gosh. Y'all are hilarious. Okay, I'm trimming these. I'm gonna add a little bit more of these in here. So I'm kind of using these like we would use twigs, but it's the same texture from the back. And I'm making sure they have some motion going on each side. I like when you show us my yard. Glenda, I'll have to show you soon, because we have gotten at least a little cleaned up since the last time I showed you all the dead stuff, the depressing dead plants. But I will, Glenda, I will give you updates. We've been having such growing pains. Our life has been just crazy. It's crazy in a good way. I'm not complaining, but it has been a little overwhelming. So I haven't had as much personal time as I really would love, and family time, but we are working on that. So I encourage you, if you're in a stage of your life, maybe you feel overwhelmed with whatever it is, that just know better days are coming. Peace and harmony is coming. You just got to keep working towards it, and you're going to get there. I'm going to get there. We're speaking it out into the world. We're going to get there. Yeah, it's a rectangle. Yeah, it's not a perfect square. I'm sorry. It's not a perfect square. It's a rectangle. And that's kind of what you want, because by the time you design, you want to be able to see the frame too. So, y'all, I just came up with this idea. You know, before we started, I was very excited about putting something on the top of this square rectangle. Wherever I say square, you put in rectangle. If I say pumpkin, you put in watermelon. Okay, fill it in. I'm surprised I called the lemons lemons. Surprised they weren't peaches or something. Okay. Oh, it's cute. It's cute. Okay, I want to add a little bit of ivy too. Wow, Barb, congratulations on your retirement. Fantastic. You earned it. You earned it. Make sure to stay busy in retirement. As my mom says, I work harder in retirement than I did in real life. Thanks, Tanya. I try not to get too preachy with you guys, but I just, I encourage you that I know sometimes somebody needs that word from me that day, and so I'm going to spit it out. Take it or leave it. I like these are those Real Touch ivies, and they had such nice little texture. And they're going to add a little bit of another texture of greenery since we just have the wispy one from the CD grass. We're going to put a little bit of this in to add a secondary texture. The reason I didn't put it in first because I was afraid I'd just cover it all up. And these are a little bit more expensive, so I want to use them where we need to. Ava, we need you. Yes, that's right. Are they polygons? I don't even know. I have a math degree, but I forgot all that stuff. Squares they're probably not polygons. It's probably all wrong. Whatever. People who know the answers, just share amongst your friends. I'm going to say the wrong thing and probably spell it wrong. But you know what? I'm going to make it pretty in the long run. That's what I want to do, is just make it pretty. Do I use a pick machine? I don't. I'm an anti-pick machine person. Maybe if the pick machine people want to pay me to start using a pick machine, I will use it again if they get them working better. But no, I own 3 pick machines, but I don't use them. And I have rants about them all the time, so I don't use them. I try to buy florals that don't need them, basically, just to save that step. Because when I was running selling thousands of wreaths a year on Etsy, we just tried to eliminate steps in the process. So that's one of the reasons we stopped using the pick machine. But they're a handy tool. I just don't like them. Y'all know there's things I don't like. I don't like ficus. You won't probably see me use ficus very often. And the only thing I'm doing here is I'm not gluing, which you need to be gluing all this when you put it in. It's just here at the workshop, I took the glue pot to the house and I haven't brought it back to Bloom Central over here. Oh, it's looking pretty. Let me bend this one up. Okay, I've got some little yelly, see? Yellow bears. Yellow berries gonna pop in now. And the only thing I would like to do is maybe get some more of this grass and have it kind of come down too. I might have to add that on another video because I only brought a couple pieces of it here. But I think I'd like it to scoop down a little bit too. Put these in over here. Okay. All right, yellow berries, just for a little more pop of yellow and a different texture. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Thank you very much. Joan, I hope you have a great weekend too. All right, let me fluff this out and give it a curl. Give it a curl as I put all these in. So you guys make sure you catch the tomorrow will be, not Freestyle, that's today's Freestyle Friday, but tomorrow will be the Simple Saturday video that comes out here on the page. Oh, Brian, it's not recognizing your username or password. Brian, if you want to get some help from Nicole, she can reach out to tech support to get you help, if that's on the Cleese.com. Okay? You can email her at nicole@cleese.com. And we will try to troubleshoot your password issue. Your passwords on Clematis.com are different than your design school passwords, so that may be, you may not have set up an account on Clematis.com yet. And if you haven't, you can do that when you place your first order. Okay? I hope that helps you some. Okay, I'm gonna add the little yellow berries, and I want a little bit more yellow kind of coming down. I want to go under here a little bit. Aha, that looks nice. I'm gonna have to tie that one in. Let me grab a cable tie. These little yellow picks are a little bit shorter, but never fear, with these moss frames you can attach to them. I'm gonna just pop these in. Pop it in and pull it around. Pop it in here. They're on, the moss is put on this wire frame with angel vine on top of it. So there is a frame there you can attach anything heavy to. You don't have to just use, the moss to go through. Just grab one of the wires when you're putting it on. Okay. Oh, that's cute. It must be pretty in the summer. On your door. Maybe this could go on my gate. Once I'm able to get my planters planted out front and get the garden put back together from the deep freeze, I'm gonna be excited to play with different colors and textures out there. Do you guys plan out your gardens like that too for your homes? I like to try to plan them out in whatever free time I have to get that's my favorite thing to do, is gardening also. Besides, I like traveling. If we can, hopefully things are gonna get more normal. We can go and do things. Thank you. I'm so glad you like it. Ava, thank you. All right. A little bit of yellow, just a little touch of yellow. The dominance of the yellow is at the top, and then a little bit of yellow coming down. And then the only thing that I probably would do here would be add some more twigs at the bottom. And when I get ready to do that, I can do that from the studio and show you guys how we do that. Yes, the supply link is here in the comments. The only thing we didn't use on it is the ribbon, which is pretty cute ribbon, but we ended up going no bow. But I had pulled this cute lemon ribbon to put with it, but we didn't end up using it. But you never know. Like, things change every 2 seconds in designing. What you like this second or today, you probably will like something different next time. Make something different. Okay, and this is pretty matchy-matchy. I'm trying to have these berries land in similar positions with their little twigs. Little twigs coming through the bottom. There we go. That's cute. And those I'm just tying in with the cable ties. Hopefully, if I'm not seeing your question, Nicole's getting taken care of you. She will help get you some answers, whatever you need help with. We are here to help. And don't forget, if you are placing an order in your InDesign School, you have your discount codes. You need to use them when you check out. All right, let me put this one in and trim it off. Okay, and then I need one more at the top. This is the other pick here. Kind of come in and be a little matchy-matchy from the other side. I can't even believe we just freestyled this work of art together. Dang, it's pretty. I'm loving it. Okay, y'all. There it is. What do you think? Hey, Blue Marinos, it's Kelea. Good afternoon. I'm sneaking in alive with y'all. I'm so excited to be with you. Welcome, of course. You know, we're going to play with flowers. That's what we do around here. I love to teach floral design. And so today, I know we've been popping and hopping on early fall and Halloween designs, but I couldn't resist popping in something for summer. This is something you can hang on your door right now. Hey, good to see you from Missouri. Fantastic. So we're going to play with this lemon door hanger and we're going to have some fun. Now, if you've never worked with one of our wreath frames that we have, this is made on like a it's vine supported by wire on the outside. And sometimes these frames have wire supports in the back, but this one doesn't. It's just a circle.
and the hangers up here. So when you design yours, you've got to go around the firmest portion of the base. So that tells me we're going to have to make it down here at the bottom. Now, as I would tell my design school students, we can make it super matchy-matchy, where we do it right in the center, which would make it kind of even on both sides. But personally, that's no fun. That's just no fun for me. I like to get it off to the side and have some fun over here. So let me talk about the supplies we've got for you guys. What we're going to do is we will totally have the supply list up for you on Clematis.com. If you've never been to Clematis.com, right at the top we have a button that says supply list. You can go on there, you find a wreath or a project you like, then you click the list, and there's a link to the video. If the video is private for design school, it will say that, and if you're not in design school, you can't see that one. But this project right here is viewable for anyone. So just remember, go to Clematis.com and check that out. Okay, so let me show you what we got going. We want to keep these projects quick and easy that anybody can do. I like to do these for beginners. So we're going to start with our lemon wreath base. Now, I played with this ribbon last night on the comment sold, and it's just killer. Hi, Susie. Good to see you. Hi, Wilhelmine. Hey, Kathy. Hi, Debbie. Hey, Kim. It's just a killer, beautiful ribbon. It's solid black Depony on the back, which kind of got a little sheen to it, and Depony with a little sheen on the front. So that will give us a nice pop of color in our bow. And we're going to use 2 lemon sprays. This is one of our great lemon sprays with the great greenery built in, so we don't have to really overthink it. Hello from Dallas Market. Good to see you. So we've got one on either side, okay? Then the other piece we're going to put in is, I'm going to use this little mini ranunculus. We're going to put that right in the center to add a little more pop of yellow towards the front. So before we get too far, hey Melinda, thank you. I'm so glad you buttered our biscuit, as Mr. Vince would say. Thank you for doing that. Let's make the bow first. Okay, let's get over here and make the bow. All right. This is this killer ribbon. I can't wait to play with it. It is so pretty. I want to put these to the side and we'll bring this over. And I'm just keeping the ribbon kind of simple. Not a whole lot of craziness going. I'm going to take and roll up my tail. So it's going to be a nice little curl here. And let's just go 8 inches. We're going to do funky bow like we did the other day. Thank you for spreading the love. Hey, if you're spreading the love, let us know on the text list. Even though right now I can't text you back, I can still see your texts coming in. So please text us back, so when I get it back going, I can definitely make sure we enter you to get a sweet treat. Hi, Karen. All right, 5.5, 5.5. So just a nice little pop. I'm using my Easy Bow Maker. And you guys will have the supply list here in the comments too. If you are on TikTok and you want the supply list, you're going to grab that in my bio, okay? Same thing on YouTube. It's all in the bio. The links are there for the supply list. Hi, Brenda. So these are at 5.5. Scrunch it down. This is some killer ribbon. See how much you can move that around? That's when you pay more for ribbon like that, because you get more control. It's classy, guys. Classy. Hi, Marianne. I'm so glad you're here live, too. Y'all, the subscription boxes are going out later this evening, so I had to go live a little bit earlier tonight. Okay, I think that's good. Just a tail up, tail down. I don't even think we need another. Let's make one more. Let's make it a little asymmetrical, and let's have this be a little bit longer. Uh-oh. I went off script. Oh, Lord. Going off script. Danger. I'm having fun. That's, you know what, I'm having fun. Okay, I'm going to roll this up a little bit. Okay, let's do that on both sides. I'm rolling it. Yes, the supply list is right there, okay? Alright, I'm just rolling up those like little bitty, I don't know, I was going to say tacos, but that's more like a burrito. It's always food, y'all. Always food. I'm going to make one matchy-matchy and then one a little longer here. Ooh. Ooh, juicy. It is a lemon after all. Okay, let's come on in. And I'm going to tie this right through the middle. And we'll get that cable tie in there and pull it up. And last night we had a lot of questions about how to handle this part. Just slide it back to the center. Now there's only a few loops here, so it's not so difficult, but can you see how I'm manipulating the tails and the loops? You got to do that so you get the look you want. This is just 2 loops, 2 tails that are not matchy-matchy. Hello from Iowa, Mary Lou. My niece is in Iowa right now doing a competition for drama. She's just traveling the country. All right, come in. Now, I've got the piece from yesterday where I kept a little centerpiece. If not, you'll need to cut that yourself. And, oh, if you're watching and you follow and like, you're even better. Subscribe and give us all the love. I appreciate you. Okay. I kind of like putting the black in the center, so I just folded it over. And this is just getting like a lot of the little heavy-duty edge right here, which just looks so pretty. Okay, let's put a couple knots in. Oh my gosh, y'all! Thanks for being here today. I am so glad you're joining us. We've been just knocking out the fall, but I thought, you know what? Some people watching, and it might be you. Don't be a stranger if you are not necessarily always making wreaths to sell. And maybe they want something for their door right now. And this is perfect for pool parties. Oh my gosh, you could serve lemonade. I saw people doing baby showers in lemon too. It was really cute. Okay, let's bring in our lemons first and make our little swag. Hi, Judy. Hi, Jeanette. Thank you, Judy. Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate it so much. Now, it's up to you what side you want to go on, right or left. This will be my hanger. It comes built into the frame, so I'm just going to go left, I think. Which is y'all's right. And just take and build your little cluster. This type of designing is just called clustering, where we make a little cluster and we position the picks to where it's going to look perfect. Oh, that looks great. And we'll be putting our bow right in the middle so we can leave a little bit of a bow zone. So let me pull this off while we create the cluster here off to the side, okay? I like to do that off my frame just so I can slide it around. Now I want to use my adorable ranunculus. We're going to put this in here. And I'm just going to separate it into 3 sections. And we're going to manipulate it. This is just so easy. I don't know if this is, I think this is a ranunculus, not a mini rose. They look very similar. Yes, this ribbon's on our website. You'll have a link right at the bottom where you can see the whole supply list. You can click it away and go to town. I'm going to take and just manipulate these around the 3 pieces. So I've left this as a cluster. You see right here where I'm going to be able to connect everybody with basically 1 cable tie going over that. And then I'll trim off these. So I like to keep this just not too chunky in the middle. When you're doing a cluster type design, you're going to keep it tight in here, okay? And this needs to go through a couple stems if possible, so the whole bush can't pull out. So I went through that little Y right there. Oh yeah, perfect. So now I've got that really tight. I want to double check these aren't coming out. These can't come out, and we'll just cut that part out. Yeah, make sure you let us know if you sprinkled and you're getting our notifications, okay? Alright, I'm trimming this short because I want all this to be able to hide right underneath my bow. So I don't really have to use a bunch of moss or anything like that. I can just easily tuck it in. Okay, let me bring these over a little bit around my lemons. Now, the next thing is to get this on our base. This is so easy. These are just such great shop fillers. This time of year, pool parties, all that kind of stuff. Plus, this bright yellow goes with so many people's gardens in the summer. It will pop off the door. It looks like a lemon up close, but from the street, it also just looks like a big flower. So you can kind of meet so many different markets with one simple project. Okay, we're going to use the cable tie that's in the bow to attach the whole thing to the base. Okay? Hey, how do you order from me? Welcome. Hey, Pamela, our website's Clematis.com, our same name as you're seeing here, okay? In the bio, you can see a link there that says supply lists. If you click on that, it'll take you to all our supply list, and this is the newest one, so it'll be right at the top. Okay? Great question. Thank you. So I brought that around, and I'm getting this tight. If you're watching on Facebook, the link is right there in the comments. Hey, thanks for the stars, Judy. You're awesome. I appreciate you. Let's come on in and get this tight now. I want that to cover all of this mechanics underneath. Oh my gosh. Ah! So simple. This is so simple, so effective. So beautiful. It's popping right off the screen right now. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to manipulate these around a little bit. I want to bring these little flowers in here. I'm going to bring the lemon over. Fluff the ribbons up. Now, I made this tail longer on purpose because I thought maybe we could have it scoot down a little bit. Let me bring it around here. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, baby, baby. I love those popping in there. Let me bring this. I want that in front of that lemon. Bend that lemon up so those tuck in around the bow. Y'all. So quick and easy. So super quick and easy. Yeah, if you haven't followed us yet, make sure you're doing that, because this is just the beginning. This is summertime, and we've been popping with a bunch of fall in our paid class, but I thought y'all might enjoy a little pop of summer. What do you think? Can you do that? I know you can. All right, the link's below, guys. Grab a spot on our text list at textkelea.com, and as soon as it's working again, we'll be texting out when we're live as well. But thank you so much for being here and enjoying our projects we make. I can't wait to see you try something like this. And I don't care what season you use this black ribbon, but you need to get some. It's a good one. All right, Bloomerinos, I'll see you next time I'm live.
Hey, Bloomerinos, look what we're going to make today. We are making an adorable bow that's lemon inspired. And we're going to be using this bow in one of our wreath kits, but I'm going to show you here how to make it step by step. So we are going to use these 3 ribbons. This one here, take a look at it. It has a tan background with beautiful lemons and even like a little bit of, the sheen of the lemon. It's just like a juicy lemon. You're thinking summer day. And this ribbon here is called a Swiss dot, and it's little bitty dots. Texture to it. We love that. And the bright yellow, which goes great with this white and yellow on the lemons and the lemon slices. And then finally, this is a nice detail ribbon we're going to add to our bow, and has a little black edge, which is pulling in with the dark green on the leaf, and then it's bringing that natural kind of summer vibe to the whole wreath itself. So those are our 3 ribbons. These do come in this kit. If you need the link to the kit or the kit video, just let us know right here in the comments, and we'll be happy to get that for you. But I'm going to start off by doing this one. Now, we're going to use the Swiss dot on the back. So I'm going to load that on my bow maker. And if you've never been here before, I'm so glad you're able to stop by and watch this video. I'm Kelea, and on here we like to teach you how to make wreaths and swags and centerpieces and anything with artificial florals. That is my expertise, and I'm so glad you came to watch. Now, when I start a funky bow, I have an 8-inch tail, and I measure that, and then I twist and have that go up, and that gets me going. Now on the left side, I'm going to start my bow. And over here, that is going to be about 6 inches. It doesn't need to be too big. 6 inches, and then I twist it when I get to the center. And I like to keep this nice and loopy. It gives you that nice flowy feel, which is the style of wreaths that I teach in design school. So when you're watching here, you're learning that too. And when you're ready to take your skills to the next level, you're going to want to come join us in class, because there help you build on the basics and start to really get your designs popping, really looking amazing. Pop it, like the kids say, popping. It was an interesting choice in words for me, but yeah, it's popping. These little bumps on this ribbon are super cute. So we got 2 loops on each side, and we got a tail going up and down. Now, bring in your next layer. And for us, it's going to be this one with the tan and the black. I love that. And this will lay really pretty against the ribbon we already have up here. Now, I'm going to take
and trim this. This also comes in the kit, and you will get it. Now, it's not a wired ribbon, but I still like to use it in here. So I generally make that tail just a little bit shorter. And these, we're going to make them also shorter at 5.5. So twist. And anytime you put the black edge detail on a ribbon, it looks so good. It looks so good. And I'm going to do 3 loops of this one. And it will give us this kind of flower effect almost at the center of our bow. That twist didn't want to hold out. I'm going to hold it with my fingers. All right, and then my final piece here, I'm twisting again. And then I will cut this tail to go on top of this one. Very similar, all right? Okay, now our next layer is going to be the lemons themselves. This is the lemon ribbon. And I'll cut this at an angle to be opposite the one at the top. And we'll pop that in at 8 inches here and bring it down. Yes, look how cute. Y'all need to get some juicy lemon decor on your door this summer. I think it just brings up a great feeling. It's just screaming summer. Like I said, it's popping. And these loops are at 5 inches, and I just did one on either side so far. And now I'm going to twist again, and we're going to put in a couple. We're going to build this puppy up. All right, and then spread these out just like that, front and back. All right, we got 2 on each side so far, and now I'm going to take and add the third one. So these are going to roll just right between the other black and tan pieces we put in. I love how wispy it looks. And we'll cut this to match down here, and it'll be an opposite cut of what we got going. Perfect. And now let's get our yellow, bringing it back just to finish out this center. And we're going to have a shorter tail now, probably about 6 inches. Twist it, hold it. And you can see how versatile it is to build up your bow, just like this. It's popping. It's popping. Everything's popping. Y'all definitely should put "it's popping" in the comments, because that would let me know you were here. And we can add that to our vocabulary. Normally I say ribbon is juicy, but today I'm thinking summer and sunshine, and yeah. I guess, you know, if anything, lemons should be juicy. It's juicy and it's popping. Oh my gosh, guys. All right. Now you can see I took it off the bow maker right here. And what I need to do now is take and rotate this back behind between my fingers. And now I make the magic come all together and I fluff it up, okay? So your job is to get this really going. Separate these out. Make sure you got a little bit of loop or a tail everywhere. Same thing over here. And then you know it's looking so cute once you get it fluffed up, and you want all that dimension. Really important. Now I'm going to add a cable tie to the back, and that'll be how we attach it to our project that we're going to use it on. But y'all, if y'all have enjoyed making this bow, make sure you come and you like, subscribe, and follow, because I'm doing stuff like this every week. If you'd like notifications when I'm live creating for you or with you, make sure you get on our email list, or our text list would be even better. Now I'm going to use this little strip of ribbon I just cut off and put it down the center. So our text list is idea. That is 832-734-5201. Just text us VIP to get on the list, and we will shoot you out a text anytime we have a new video coming out. If you send us email on the text list,
We'll send you a link where you can get on our email list, where we're sending out weekly emails with inspiration so you can find these videos again easily, and easily find how to join us in design school as well. Look how pretty. Look how cute. Isn't it great? We did it. We made it together. We're getting ready to work with our foam base. Now, this is actually foam underneath like an artificial moss, which makes it so easy to work with. And you got a great, clean looking starting point. And we are making our Sunshine Lemon wreath kit. And we've already made the bow, so you can learn how to make that on a different video. And you can see the other supplies that come in the kit. You get 3 full rows of ribbon, which is great because we are going to need these to make not only one bow, but we're going to make a nice, really pretty hanger for this wreath. And you'll have extra ribbon for other projects. This is a piece of wire that does not come in the kit, but you will need to find a 18 gauge piece of wire because that's how we're going to make the hanger out of. Now, you get the wreath base, you get this gorgeous berry bush, and the neat thing about this is it's got this great greenery and twigs. So that'll be our solution for our greenery and filler flowers. And if you're in design school, you've learned how important all those fillers really are. Then in your kit is going to be a couple of lemon stems here. These are perfect with their lemon leaves that are kind of smaller scale. That's going to work great on our base. And then finally, because we've got a lot of moss look going on with our wreath, we want to use this right here. And these are twigs that we'll be using that have that moss covering on them that goes great with this. So this wreath literally screams summer, and I think you're going to enjoy making it with us. The first thing I'm going to do today is we are going to be putting on the hanger so you can learn how to do that. So let's do that first. All right, Blue Burritos, we're going to be making our latest kit, and that means adding a hanger to this. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to need an 18 gauge wire, and we're going to use the ribbons that come with this kit right here in order to make a hanger. Now, I don't think it's so cool to make the hanger actually out of the ribbon, but we pretend it is made out of it. So what I want you to do is kind of find what you think is going to be the top of your wreath base. In this case, this one looks good everywhere. So I can just kind of flip it over and know this is going to be my top. I'm going to turn it to the side here so it's a little easier for me to work with. This is a piece of 18 gauge wire that I'm folding in half. This one's paper wrapped, but you can find these wrapped with like different like little plastic or twine, whatever you need. And then I'm going to put this right here on the back, and I'm going to grab some floral pins. Now, if you don't know what a floral pin is, it is a metal U-shaped pin. They're very hard to see on camera. You see it on the top of my hand? All right. And you can buy them at the craft store like this, and they're great to go into things like this that are foam. And we use them in floral design all the time. So I'm going to take and just push this in here, and I'm going at an angle so I don't push through my wreath. I'm going to push it in at an angle. Okay, so I went in that way. This way. So we've got 2 of those in. Now what I'm going to do now is just fold these back so they're going to hold right over that. And now I know that will be my hanger. And it's so simple on a foam base. Well, that's fine. That's cool. But y'all, we don't want that showing. We want to be able to cover that with ribbon. So I'm going to show you how to do that now and make it really cute. So grab you some ribbon and decide what you want at the top. And I'm going to use this one at the top. This is the bow we did on another video. And that one's going to be our bow on this wreath. So I think the lemons would look really cute up here at the top. So what I want you to do is cut a strip long enough on each side to kind of come around and hide our hanger. So I'm just kind of guessing on the length right now. If we started back here and we hid the wire, right, and we came around, it would need to be about this long. I'm going to cut it a little extra long. Okay, and make sure these cuts are straight because we're going to go
on the edge of the wreath. Okay, so right here in the front, take and just twist this around, tuck that in. So here's what it looks like on the back. It's tucked in the front. It's a little too long. I'm going to cut it a little shorter. You see what's happening? All of a sudden, my wire is disappearing behind this ribbon. All right. Let's see. I think that's going to work perfect right there. So I'm going to lay these pieces down right here, and you're going to come back and now pin that ribbon in the same spot, okay? Now, when you go through the ribbon, it is a little tricky to punch through. So punch, through, and then do the glue if you can. Go back in the same holes, and then try to go at an angle again. You don't want to push through the top of the, through the front of the wreath. Ooh, perfect. That's going to fit on there perfectly. And now this on this side. Now this is a little bit of extra time, a little work, but in design school and here too, I want you to learn how to make your pieces quality that are going to last a long time. And if you want to sell them, you want your customers to be incredibly thrilled. And let me show you how nice and polished this looks. So when this is hanging on their wreath hanger at their door, that is what it will look like. Isn't that clean and neat? That looks great. Now, if you want to go to the next level and just take it a little bit further, what we're going to do is gather this a little bit to make a little loop at the top, right? And now you're going to want to get a cable tie. We'll put a little cable tie right there. I think the loop is fine and it looks good, but I think sometimes we could go a little bit further, right? So here's my green cable tie. I'm going to come in here, and we're leaving a little loop at the top, and now I'm going to tie this on tight. All right. Okay. So you can see here, make sure the ribbon just pulls right above your wire. So you've created a little hanger here. And now with this part, trim that off. You can come in and add a little bit of another detail ribbon. And you don't have to go crazy. I'm just going to use the brown and black that comes in the kit, and I'm going to put that across here. And I'll move that little nub kind of to the back so it doesn't show so much. And all I'm going to do is just do a little hand over hand knot. We want to hide the cable tie holder. There's one knot. Do one more. Cute. And then take these and just trim them a little shorter. Boom. And boom. So, it's simple like that. You have a professional held on hanger that's adorable. And it's going to work at the top of our wreath. And from the back, yep, all wired. You won't have saggy ribbon as your hanger. You'll have a nice, polished, professional hanger. And now we're going to get ready to use the rest of the supplies in the kit to make this wreath. Now, this is a foam wreath base, and the advantage of that is I'm going to be able to build this right on the wreath base. The only thing you will need to make this kit on your own is you'll need floral pins, a glue gun, wire cutters, cable ties, and some 18 gauge wire, and then you'll be set to go. But you do have to use floral pins to put this design together because we're going to work right into the base. Now, our greenery and filler we're going to use is this berry bush, and it works excellent for this project. Now, ideally, we don't want to cut this into small pieces because then it will mean lots of places we have to attach to the wreath. So in order to make this easier construction, what I want you to do is use a method we teach in design school called clustering, and we're going to do it here today. So I'm going to build up my cluster with using the base that the greenery and the picks, the lemon picks come on. And it will help me have a faster construction and more stable. So the first thing I want to do is I want to lay out my background. So on this particular bush, you see these big leaves? We move that to the back. because we want them to work as our background greenery. We want this pretty ivy that we want to be in the front because that's like so pretty. And then this lacy leafy fern. Yeah, we want it up front too. So you start just kind of placing it out here and you shape it up. All right, just kind of get a good start. Now, when we put this on our wreath and we make our cluster, I know that it's going to go down at the bottom here. Let me move our twigs. So down here at the bottom. Now, and I'll be able to attach it like that. But I know I need some more coming down, right? I've got this coming down. I'm going to try to get this berry coming down. And our bow will be in the middle, which we've already made our bow. So you can kind of look and you say, okay, we need more length. So in order to create a little space in here, what I want you to do is kind of cut this bush in half. All right, we're going to use a little tricky trick. So I'm going to use this up here high, right? And this will fill in around the bow. But then I'll be able to bring this piece back, keep that stem on, and extend this down. Now I'm just going to build it on the table for a little bit. But you see how I just took my bush and I kind of made a little mini swag with it? Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're making our own little mini swag. So you are going to need several cable ties, guys, to do this. So just get you a package of those because they're going to be part of how we're putting this together. Now, most of the cable ties are going to be hidden here in the background of our design. So you're not going to really notice them. But just in case you want to think about what leaves we could use to hide any mechanics or Spanish moss. If you have some Spanish moss in your stash. Okay, now lay your bow in there now. See how we extended out better? That's all we were trying to accomplish there. Now, let me grab a couple more cable ties. There's some shorter green ones. I'm going to grab a couple of those. Let's build up from here. So here is my lemon pick. One of them, I have two of these. Remember, we're going to use our bow in the middle, so we've got to make sure that these are laying out really nicely outside of what we would call the bow zone in design school. So that's what we're doing here. We're laying this out further. So there's one, and this is such a really nice wired stem. I mean, sometimes I think, oh, this is so good quality. I love this. Every little piece is wired. So this is just great to lay in right there. And you can see I am not cutting any of these stems. We are just building up this little swag right here behind. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start with that. Scoot this lemon over a little bit. Now let me add the bow in the middle. Hey, that's fine. Good spacing. So you're just checking for that by keep bringing your bow back. So if you haven't made your bow yet and you're watching this part of the video, you kind of have to have an idea of what size it is. Now, you're going to watch me just weave in some of the berries between the lemons and give it a cohesive look so it doesn't look like this is laid on top, but it's kind of built in. And we like to call that breaking the plane. I like for different florals to break the plane of other florals. If you're like me and you yank off that berry, just glue it back on. That was a little aggressive. That can happen. All right, my lemon, let's bring this forward. I'm going to bring this fern a little bit over here. Just like to twist those around a little and just bring them into the design. If we can. That one might be a little too, it's going to have to go behind. I love that ivy because it's all curly. Okay, once I'm happy with that, and I think I've got good spacing, right? We come in with those cable ties we just grabbed, and we continue to make our little cluster here. So we're making a mini swag. One more cat down here. Y'all, we've been doing a whole class on lemon and sunshine pieces in design school this last week. And you know what? Together, the collection is amazing. So if you're in class and you haven't had time to go log into the portal, make sure you get in there because it is so cute. This would go great with our collection we just made. Okay, look how nice and strong that is. Now what I want you to do
Just remember I told you we got to identify some leaves we could take off. I'm going to steal a couple of these lemon leaves that are kind of flipping around. We're going to pull those off because I don't like them going backwards anyway. Because I'm a you know, crazy leaf pet peeve. I like them forward. Now I'm taking these and gluing them on top of the cable ties that might show down here, just right on that base. Okay, so I kind of hid some mechanics. Don't you love it? All right, I've got one extra leaf. This is going to be hidden by the bow, so I don't really have to worry about it. Now, we've got our swag made. Bring your wreath back over, and you're going to start to see this cutie come together really fast. Now, when you put this on, we have to kind of center it where there's half weight on the left, half weight on the right, so it doesn't sag too much. So you bring it down so this bow can be balanced on here so it doesn't sag. And you might have to play with that a little, but once you do, you'll know exactly, okay, it's right at the center. It's coming down the middle of that hanger. I love that. So it looks like this right here, okay? It's coming right down the middle. We know our bow is going to be coming into there, and we want all of that lining up. Lines are so important in your design. So I'm going to angle that up just a little bit more, and you double check what you want. Now, I want you to grab your twig stem and bring it back over. We're going to kind of use it in the background of our cluster we just made, okay? So pull it off for a second. Slide this dude back over. Now, your twig, you can go ahead and trim off this stem. We don't need it that long, so just trim it off right here. And you can hold on to that wire to use in a different project. And what I want you to do is go ahead and play with the direction of some of these twigs, because we got to change direction when we hit our bow. All right? Design school students know what I'm talking about and how important that is. You can see immediately when I lay that in there, now I've got these fun wispy twigs that add a whole nother level to your design, and I highly encourage you doing that. Get the twigs out. Now let's put in there one cable tie at the center should be good for this. Then we're going to be ready to kind of attach it to our wreath once we get the bow in. So we've made our swag. Now we're bringing our bow in. And we're going to put it right in the middle. Isn't this fun? I mean, it feels like I can't do that, Kelea. I cannot make these things you do. But then I hope when I break it down step by step, you really feel like, wait a minute, I can do that. Because I know you can. Y'all, designing and creating with artificial flowers just brings me so much joy, and being able to teach you. I hope that you can find creativity in your heart, and you can make something beautiful for yourself, because you deserve it. You deserve some love. And it's okay to have a pretty home and a pretty space to work in. It's okay to have a pretty craft room. All of those things are so important. I'm going to just curl these up a little bit to kind of start playing with them. We'll do more in a minute, but now that our mini swag is made, the fun part is we're going to add it to the wreath. All right? And it's going to kind of, remember, going to cascade down and over like this. So it's sitting at this angle. So what I want you to do now is get your basket of floral pins back, because this is how we're going to attach it to our base. Now grab your glue skillet. Here's my glue skillet right here. I'm going to put a little hot glue. You do have to glue them as you go into the foam. And then I want you to get in here to the base and just go over the stems and put it in at an angle so you don't pop through the back. So there goes my first pin. And I would like you to get at least 3 in down here at the bottom. Now I'm going to come from this side. And you can kind of go through the center. You can go beside a cable tie, however you want to hold it. That one I grabbed it. Cable tie. All right, now let me turn it to the side. And we can come up here too, remember? I can grab some pieces up here. When you work with a foam wreath base, the main thing you don't want to do is get a lot of pins in one area. You want to try to spread them out if you can, so you don't create any weaknesses in the foam. Now, where's our leaf? We saved a leaf earlier. I've lost it. I thought, oh, here it is. Now, anywhere you put a floral pin you need to hide, no big deal. You just grab that leaf, you throw some glue on the back, and then I just, boom, glue it right there. It looks like it belongs there, and that hides in the background. So work your way all the way around. I think I want one more on this side. But this turned out amazing, guys. I love it. I love it. And I think you can make it too. And I can't wait for you to share with us what you've been making. Put it here in the comments, what you're working on. You can always send us an email. Shoot it to us on the text list. We can't wait to see what you've been creating and help you along on your floral journey, because y'all, it is so much fun to have fun with flowers. And I appreciate each and every one of you being here, because making things like this is what I truly just love to do. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, Bloomerianos, make sure you check out the finished pictures of this hanging up, and make sure you make something beautiful today.